So you want to learn how to customize your scroll bar? Well then, you came to the right video because I'm going to show you how to do just that with CSS. Let's get started. So the first thing that we need to do is set the scroll bar visible over here. And one way in which we can do it is by adding some content inside of our body. So we can add a lot of paragraphs or H1s or whatever you want. But there's an easier way to do that, and that's by opening your CSS file, selecting the body, and setting the height to something bigger than 100 v height. So I'm going to set it to 150. And now when I go back, you can see that the scroll bar is now visible. Now that we can see the scroll bar, let's go back to our CSS file, go under the body, and start customizing it. So we're going to start by selecting it like this, writing Webkit, scroll bar, and all that we're going to do here is set the width to 16 pixels. And if we actually go back, then you can see that the scroll bar is gone. And that's because we have to copy this, paste it under, and after the scroll bar, we're going to add thumb. And we're going to set the background color to something that we're going to see. So let's set it to blue. And now when we go back, you can see that it's visible again. And if you haven't realized it yet, then this blue thing, this is the scrollbar thumb. And if it's too thick for you or the width is too much, then you can go back here and change it to something smaller. So let's set it to 10 pixels. You can see that it's a lot thinner now. The next thing I'm going to go over is the Scrollbar Track. And for this, I'm going to actually comment this out to show you what it is. So now you can see that this is the default scroll bar. This right here, the thing I'm hovering, it's the Scrollbar Thumb. And this lighter gray here, this is the Scrollbar Track. And if I uncomment this and go back, you can see that it's invisible here, or it's actually transparent. And if we want to see it or set it to something, then what we're going to do is we're going to select our Webkit again, right scroll bar, and then track. And we're going to set the background color to something a bit darker than white. So I'm going to use this right here. So E3, E3, E3. And if you want to set it to whatever you want or something custom, then you can write this FFF, and that's basically white. And then you can go a bit lower here and set it to whatever you want. And you can see that we can see the track now. Let's go back and I'm going to show you how I customized it in the thumbnail. So I'm going to change the width to 16 pixels so we can see it a lot better. Let's set the border radius to 10 pixels. And I'm going to change the background color to something a bit lighter. So let's try this color. And what I did is I added a border. So let's write 1 pixel solid and then white. And the width of the border was, or the thickness was 3 pixels. When we go back, you can see that it looks pretty good now. And I'm going to actually set it to the color that I used, or set the background color. And if you want to use it, you can use it too, of course. And the width was actually 20 pixels. Let's see what it looks like now. So open it with Live Server and it looks pretty good. Now I'm going to show you how you can add this hover effect. So when we hover, you can see that now it changes to the blue that we had before. And you can change it to this gray when we hover. It doesn't matter. You can customize it however you want. Go back to your VS Code and we're going to copy the Scrollbar Thumb so we don't have to write it again. And we're going to add hover. We're going to set the background color here to something different than this blue, so it changes. And we're going to start by trying to change it to something gray. And when we go back and hover, you can see that now it's going to be gray. And when the mouse leaves the thumb, you can see that it turns back to blue. And you can change here or add whatever you want. So you can even change the border radius here to something different. So let's actually try to set it to 50% and see what it's going to look like. So when I hover now, you can see that now it looks like this. So you probably don't want to do that. The thing that I did before is I just changed this. So the default background color is going to be this gray. And when we hover, it's going to change to blue. So I'm going to paste the blue here. And now you can see that the thumb is gray, and when I hover, it's going to be blue. And I'm going to show you another scroll bar style that you can use, which is pretty simple one, so it's kind of like the default one. It's very simple, but it still looks very good. So we can remove the hover. You can keep it if you want, doesn't matter. You can set the Scrollbar Track to transparent if you want. And we're going to remove the border and set the background color to something gray. So let's try this. And we have to set the width to something a lot smaller. So let's try 10 pixels. That's still too big. I think I'm going to make it 8 pixels. And I think that looks a lot better. So play around and see what you like the most. And to end it off, I'm going to show you this cool CodePen website that someone has made, which will help you customize your scrollbar a lot easier and faster. So this is what it looks like. Over here, you have the controls, and here you can copy the code. Alright guys, this is going to be for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, then leave a like, comment down below if you have any video requests, sub to the channel for more content like this, and see you next video.